Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I actually have the boys' 9-month checkup appointment, and that appointment is at 8:45. It's around like 7:45 in the morning. And so I'm going to take you guys along for that per usual, and then later on in the video I will give you guys the few updates that I have that have gone on over this past month, which I feel like pretty big milestones have been hit, or at least some of them have been hit over this past month by the boys. So I'm excited to document that and share that with you guys. But like I mentioned, 7:45 in the morning, I have to get the boys breakfast ready so that they can eat around 8-ish. I'm actually waiting for my grandma to get here right now so that she can come with me to the doctor's, since it's still pretty difficult, and I feel like it'll continue to be difficult to tackle both of the boys at a single appointment alone. As you can hear, the boys are a little antsy and cranky this morning. They actually woke up pretty early because little Jackie is cutting a tooth, which is one of the updates I want to give you guys later on. But that caused him to wake up early and then him to wake his brother up. And so they're a little antsy and angry, but they'll be fine once we get in the car. And oddly enough, they love the doctors, so they'll be happy once we get there. But while I wait for my grandma to get here, I'm going to quickly eat something myself. I thought she was pulling in, but that's Harris pulling out. I'm going to quickly eat something myself before I prepare the boys' breakfast, and then I will get the boys ready to eat and ready to go and dress and all that kind of stuff. But a quick little update: if you guys saw my last vlog, the boys are pretty much feeling back to themselves. I'll actually show you Jack. His rash is like completely gone. Hello, boogies. Hi, babies. And Jackie boy, his rash is completely gone, so the boys are completely back to themselves. As you can hear, Benny does not like to be contained in here anymore. He wants to get out and crawl, so I'll probably let him do that once I get my bowl of cereal so I can sit and watch them. But that's what we have going on today. I'm super excited. I love filming these videos and documenting this stuff because it's always fun to look back on. Whoa. You're a big boy too?
So what are they, about the same height yet?
Yeah, they usually are about the same height, and I think they're like a pound off of each other. Silly. Alright guys, so we are back from the doctor's now. My grandma just left and the boys are up for a nap. I felt so bad. First of all, it was so hard to get any footage there because I can't just lay both of them on the table anymore. I have to do like one at a time, put one in the stroller, take one out. It's a lot. But I also think poor Ben is like scarred from when we went last week, or a week and a half ago, whenever we went, and he had to get his throat cultured. They had to do that when we took him to the doctors when he was sick. And so I think he's like scarred from that, because the second that the doctor came into the room, he was screaming, terrified, traumatized, like so sad. Jack did super well per usual, didn't really cry with the shots, but Ben was so sad and scared. So I think he's scarred. Don't really know, but we're home now. They're napping. My grandma just left. And I have quite a bit of schoolwork to get done today and studying because I do have 2 tests this week. So I'm going to take the opportunity now while they nap to do that. And then later on, either when they're up and playing or tonight after they go to bed, something like that, or tomorrow morning, I will sit down and give the few updates that I have to share with you guys, and like we'll talk about what happened at the doctor's office. All right guys, so it's actually the next day now. I got completely caught up with studying when we got home from the boys' appointment, as well as like later on in the day. I just completely spent my day studying, and so I never got around to filming the little update for you guys. So I'm gonna sit down now and do it while the boys are up for their nap. It's like super gloomy out, so the lighting's not the best. It's not super early in the morning, it's like after 10, but it is going to rain like the next 3 days, so I'm sorry that the lighting is not the best. But we're going to just jump into the little update for you guys. I don't have too much to update you guys on, just because like the boys' feeding and sleep hasn't changed all that much and probably won't change for the next few months. But developmentally, a few things have gone on, so we're just going to jump right into it. And then I'll also tell you guys like how the boys' doctor's appointment went. So like I just mentioned, eating and sleep has pretty much been the same for the boys. They still take 4 bottles a day, every 4 hours, 8 ounces in the morning and at night, 6 ounces during the day, 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So all that is completely the same. Sleep, the boys are still taking 2 naps a day. Around like 9:30ish is their first nap, and then around like 2ish is their second nap, and bedtime is still the same. It's around 7:15. I did want to update you guys on how the time change went, how like daylight savings went. I was actually super nervous for that because we were struggling with some early morning wakings like a few weeks leading up to that. So I was super stressed out and honestly thought that the boys were going to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning the day that clocks were changed. However, we did do a few things to kind of adjust the boys' schedule and put them to sleep a little bit later the night of the change, which was actually Halloween, so that they would hopefully sleep a little later, and all things worked out for us and they slept until 6:30 the next morning, which unfortunately that morning was the morning that Ben woke up not feeling so well, but they adjusted to the clocks changing perfectly fine. I did not have to worry about it as much as I did. It was super easy in the end, and I'm really happy about that. Now for developmentally, I think I mentioned in the boys' last update how they were starting to scoot and show signs of wanting to crawl, and the boys both now are very, very mobile. They don't fully crawl on their hands and knees yet. Ben has taken a few steps, I almost said Jack. Ben has taken a few steps fully on his hands and knees, but other than that, the boys just kind of army crawl. However, even though they're like army crawling, they're so extremely fast and mobile now, which has made my life so extremely crazy. I am constantly running after them if they're not in their playpen, which unfortunately they don't like to be contained all that much anymore, so I do have to give them like free range of the living room, but because of that I'm constantly getting up and down, taking them away from something they're not supposed to be going near, pulling Ben back in from the dining room since he loves to crawl around the couch and get into the dining room. Their mobility has made my days so much crazier, but it is super fun watching them navigate crawling and everything like that. Ben has started to show signs of wanting to pull himself up. He actually pulls himself up on some of his toys. He is the crazy one with climbing. He will climb on top of Jack, on top of me, on top of toys. He is so crazy with climbing. So he has showed signs of wanting to pull up to stand. Jack loves to stand if I hold his hands. He doesn't really pull himself up to stand, but if I put him in a standing position, he absolutely loves to stand. So I think that'll be happening. Hopefully within the next month, the boys will start standing on their own. The boys are not sitting unassisted yet, which was something I wanted to bring to the pediatrician's attention when I brought them, which I did, and I'll go into that in a minute, but they're still not sitting unassisted completely yet. They can for a few minutes, but for some reason, their balance still is not that great, and they do still like to throw themselves back, which has been a struggle for the past few months. I have been practicing with them and trying to get them to sit up on their own and having them sit up in their little pillow that's right back there that they eat in. I've tried a whole bunch of stuff. They just don't seem that interested in wanting to sit up on their own. So I'm really hoping that eventually within the next month they will. It is funny because when they crawl, they will kind of like tuck their legs under and like go to sit back, which is a great thing. However, they go to sit back and they just completely flop over and fall, which is not a great thing because they wind up hurting themselves. So I'm hoping they're just doing it in their own time, which is what the pediatrician had said. She had said that she's not all that concerned about it. It seems like the boys are doing things on their own time, and for the fact that they are crawling and showing signs of further development, that they're not completely halted in their development and they need to go to some sort of therapy. We can if we would like, or we can let them just do it on their own time, which is what we have done in the past with them rolling over. They rolled over pretty late, but once they did, they picked up on it really fast. So we're not too concerned. We're going to keep an eye on it over the next month and see if it is something that they improve upon and they can work on themselves. As for speech, they say mama, they're beginning to say dada, they say a few other things. They're still very babbly. They still love to talk to each other and talk to us and engage with us. I have water on the stove that is boiling. Hold on a second. I am getting the boys' bottles ready for when they wake up in a few minutes. So I'm trying to think. What was I just talking about? Sitting, I'm not too concerned. We will see what is going to happen with that. So Speaking, they're still making advances in that, starting to say dada. They've said mama for a few months now, and so that has been really fun. Oh, a big thing I mentioned earlier on, like why Jack woke up super early in the morning. The boys have cut some teeth. Ben actually was the first one, and he cut 2 teeth within like 2 days of each other. And then Jack really recently, probably like 2 weeks after Ben cut his teeth, he finally cut a tooth, and he actually has his second bottom tooth coming in. I can see it. So both of them are getting 2 teeth within a really close period of time. And I would have to say that the boys have done really well with cutting their teeth. They have not been overly cranky or anything like that. So far, teething has been pretty much a breeze, which I know it's not going to be the case for all of their teeth, but so far the boys have done really well with teething. I'm trying to think. I wrote everything down and then don't know where I put the piece of paper that I wrote everything down on. So I think that's everything. Crawling, standing, not sitting, talking, teething, Ben being crazy. Seriously, Ben has become the crazy child. He is a beast. He is very curious about things and mischievous. He seriously has taken on that role. Jack is so chill. Like, he will lay in the playpen and find a toy and play with it for so long and just be so content with doing what he's doing. But Ben has to always be on the move, finding something new to play with, taking whatever Jack has. Ben is the little trouble boy right now, but it's actually really fun to see, especially when he crawls up on Jack. It's really funny because I just don't know what he thinks he's doing. He climbs up on Jack and like lays on top of him and will just like lay there. It's the funniest thing ever. So I think that's everything developmentally. Let's quickly jump into the pediatrician appointment. So like I just mentioned, she's not too concerned that they're not sitting up yet. She thinks developmentally they're doing pretty well for being premature and being twins. Sometimes twins and preemies are pretty behind on everything, but they're crawling right on track. They did roll over a little late, but once they did start rolling over, things kind of did pick up pace, and they're crawling right on track, showing signs of wanting to stand and everything like that. So she said just keep an eye on the on the sitting up, and just keep encouraging it, which is something that we have been doing. And I have signed the boys up for a little gym class, which is like a mommy and me class, which I'm really excited about. And the class is like a progressive class. They kind of have lessons. It's over quite a long time span. It's from now until June, I believe. And with speaking with the teacher there, she said that they actually do things to help with development, standing, walking, climbing, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about that. We actually start that this weekend, which I think I'm going to vlog the day that we started. So that's exciting for the boys. But other than that, at the doctor's appointment, of course, they did heights and weights. The boys are in the 85th percentile for both their height and weight. And surprisingly, they didn't gain that much weight. We haven't been back to the pediatrician in a few months. I think we went for like their 7-month checkup, and since then they've only gained about £1 pound, which is pretty normal. They're kind of leveling off now, and they're also much more active, so they're not going to be gaining 2-3 pounds a month like they have been in the past. They only gained about £1 pound. Ben is at 23 pounds and 6 ounces, and Jack is at 22 pounds and 12 ounces, and they're both about 29 3/4 inches long, so just about 30 inches long. And like I said, 85th percentile for both of those. And we actually don't go back to the pediatrician now until after their first birthday. I'm trying to think. I think that's everything that I wanted to update you guys on. Really big things were the teething, the teeth, since I have talked about that a lot in my past updates, saying that I've like waited for the boys to get teeth, and they finally did. So teething is a big thing, and crawling I feel like is a really big thing. It's super exciting that the boys are mobile now. So I think that's everything. I'm going to insert really cute videos and all that kind of stuff that I've gotten over the past month like I always do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, head on down there and subscribe. I appreciate that always. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Got your blankie? Yeah. Hi. Hi. Oh, you have a feather in your hair. Oh, Jackie, your hair is sticking out. Hello? Hello. Hi. Where you going, Benny? You see Dada? Go get him. Go get him. Hi, Stinky.
Hey.
Hi. 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 Oh, night, Benny. Puppy. Oh my goodness, he's so rough being a baby. Oh no. Hi, Bubba's. You know I'm recording? Benny, what are you doing? How are you gonna get down from there? Like that? What the heck? What are you doing? He doesn't like it, Bubs. You're always crawling on him.